Okay, we're back in Cool Edit. Let me go ahead and play the intro part. That's what I have loaded up here. Okay, just this part here I want to play.
Thank you for allowing me to see myself the way you see me. Thank you.
Okay, so I want to get a kick first. Let's find the kick. There's a few of them there, but you want to go through it and make sure you get the best kick because there's a few kicks in there. Get the one that you think sounds the best.
Thank you for allowing me to see myself.
Okay, I think this one here would be our best choice. Stretch that out. Now, when you're picking the one shots as opposed to picking the loops, you definitely want to get your start time. The starting point of your sample right at the beginning, but the end, sometimes you don't always have to get it right at the very end because you may run into the next note. Okay, at the very end, I don't know if you can hear that, but there's a little bit of air. It starts to go up as it goes into the next note. So with the one shots, you just bring them back just a little bit. Makes it nice and clean. So we'll set up the cue point by pushing F8. Okay, now let's just listen to the sample again. And now we want hi-hat, rim shot, and we're gonna take that this open high over here. Okay, there's a rim shot there we want to get. And that rim shot has a little bit of a cymbal in there, a little bit of hi-hat. That's okay because that'll add a little bit of character to the sound. So we'll actually keep that on there. Stretch it out just a little bit. Okay, set a cue point for that, F8, bring it back in. Okay, so far we got our kick and our rim shot. Let's get a good hi-hat.
Thank you for allowing me to see myself the way you see me.
There we go. Okay, we're gonna get this one right there. Same thing, just stretch it out. Get to the beginning. As I said before, patience is the key. If you're not patient, then you're gonna get real frustrated real fast. Okay, so there's our hi-hat, F8. Okay, and I want to get that open high at the end here, so just start it there.
Thank you.
Okay, so we're gonna grab that, stretch it out, bring this in a little bit. And what we're gonna do with this is we're gonna fade out the end a little bit. Yeah, right about there is good. Bring the beginning in a little bit. Okay, cue point. Okay, let me bring this back into view. So now we have our 4 elements here. If you go to our cue list, you'll see them there. Got our kick, our rim shot, our hi-hat, and our open high. And when you're choosing your one shots, go ahead and edit them too. You know, if you need to layer them, if you have to add some compression, do what you got to do to just make it sound better. And also, you want to normalize them, which normalizing brings the volume up to 100%, in case you didn't know. Okay, so what I want to do now is I'm going to go back to each one of my cue points. Okay, and as you can see, when you select it, it locks it into place for you. So you're selecting the sound properly. Show you. Left click right there on the line, drag it over. See, it just kind of locks into place there. Okay, now what I want to do with that is I'm just going to normalize it. So go to Effects, Amplitude, Normalize, and we'll bring it up to about 85%. Now let's go 90%. Cool. And you can see the beginning of this. I missed just a little bit there, so just bring that in. Bring it in a little bit. Gives us a nice pop at the beginning. So now we got 5. Okay, so that's a nice hard kick right there. Nothing like a good kick. And if we layered that, you get even a nice thicker sound. Just play around with that. And you just go through the rest of the sounds and, do whatever needs to be done. So I'm going to go through the rest of the song here and see if I can find anything else that we can add to our drum kit, because we're going to make that pattern in FL Studio. Be back in a flash. Okay, I went ahead and grabbed another sample, and I'll let you hear it in a minute. But first, that open hi-hat, what I want to do to this is I just want to fade this out so it doesn't stop abruptly. So I'm going to take that little portion there. I'm going to go to Effects, Amplitude, and then Envelope. What that's going to do is just fade it out. That's basically what it is. It's just a fade out. So I have selected here, smooth fade out. Click OK. And then I'm going to do it one more time. Edit, repeat last command, which is F2. Click OK. All right. So now let's check it out. Yeah. So let me undo that so you can hear it again. Okay, here it is before. Here it is after. All right, cool. And the other sample that I got was. Okay, so I'm just gonna play around with that. And this is great for remixing. When you chop up the songs and you get different elements of the song, it's really good for remixing a song. So if somebody comes at you with a track, says, hey man, can you remix this? You can tell them, hey man, it's no problem. I know how to do that. Just go through the song, slice it up, chop it up, and hook them up. It's all good. Okay, so now that we have our drum kit, just going to go through the same process as we did last time. We're going to name all these files, and then we're going to export them to the file of our choice, and then we're going to load them up into FL Studio. So I'll see you in a minute.